KUCR, University of California, Creative Technology at NAMM 2026. 125 years of NAMM. We're here with
Austrian Audio.
Kurt from
Yes, I'm Kurt, product specialist from Austrian Audio, and I'm going to tell you something about our brand new bass drum microphone, the OCB6.
Okay, well, let me say first that Austria is a source of a lot of audio products and very high quality ones. Why is that? Is there a culture?
Well, there used to be another brand with 3 letters, which was bought by a very huge American company, and they decided to shut down this company and move everything to Asia. And the ex-employees of this company founded Austrian Audio.
So you're the
heritage lives on in Austrian Audio.
You're the authentic heritage of Austrian Audio, appropriately named Austrian Audio. Well, what are you showing here at NAMM 2026?
Yeah, like I said, the OCB6 is our brand new microphone. We released it yesterday. It's a large condenser bass drum microphone, so that is a really rare kind of doing a bass drum mic. It handles even more than 170 dB SPL, so there's pretty much no way of distorting it. So you get a clean and not pre-EQ'd sound of your bass drum. So that gives the great advantage that you can move the microphone to every possible bass drum position. So either bass drum outside, bass drum hole, or bass drum inside, it's going to deliver. So the bass drum position is going to be based on which style you're after, what sound you're looking for, and not where the microphone works best.
Okay. So for close miking of drums, you have it on the bass drum. Is it for the bass drum?
Yeah, this one is pretty much for the bass drum, but we have also other condenser mics, like the OC7. This is a small condenser which is made for close miking, so it is tuned in a way so that you are not having too much proximity effect. Then there is another one, the OD5. This is an active dynamic microphone, same principle for close miking. And then we have the OC18s as overheads and the CC8 pencil mic for the hi-hat. These are already almost classics, I would say. And so now with the OCB6, we closed the last gap in the portfolio to make a drum kit, and that's the DM Key 1 that we have now for all the drummers who are not going for any compromise.
One of the things that a lot of people like to do, including me, is to have a microphone in the drum room that is at a distance from your very close proximity.
Yeah.
Do you have a microphone that would be suitable for that?
Absolutely. We have the OC818, which is our switch-able microphone, and it does feature a dual output. So you can record the front and the back side of the capsule on individual tracks and do polar pattern creation in post-production. So that opens up a completely new world for room mics. So because of being able to do polar pattern creation in post, we can also decide which stereo technique we want to use in post. So we have plugins, they are running in Pro Tools, where you can do the polar pattern creation, and these are called Polar Designer. And the second one would be Stereo Creator. That allows you to switch in between XY, mid-side, and bloom line in post-production. That hasn't been possible before.
So, for people who don't know, today you're featuring drum mics. You have a full range of mics for many, if not all, mic necessities. Could you describe the culture and the sound of Austrian Audio microphones?
Yeah, you're right. We have pretty much a full portfolio from handhelds, classic dynamic mics, to a real studio flagship, which is the OCS10. If you ask me for like a signature sound, I would say we really try to deliver clean and pristine sound. We try to build our microphones in a way so all decisions are kept with the engineer and the artist and are not done because of our design, right? We don't want to brand our sound too much. We want to keep the decisions with the people who are doing the art, right? So we have not center contacted capsule, but like in the Austrian tradition, ring contacted capsules, and they are known to deliver really, really natural sounding signals.
So, where would someone get more? I see you were a tech finalist. That's actually, I think the tech awards are legit. And so if you're nominated for that, that's very impressive.
It is, and sadly we didn't win. We won one
Sorry.
A few years ago with our HiX65, because we are not only doing microphones, we are also doing headphones, like our further company did, right? And the HiX65, which is our open back studio headphone, did win the tech award. I think it's 2 or 3 years ago.
I have to compliment you on the aesthetics of the microphone and the quality construction. They're beautiful looking and with a very elegant form.
Yes, and it's not only the form has a function as well. So the banding of the grill, everything that you see there has a reason in terms of acoustics. So we try to get rid of any reflection that could interfere with the capsule and make like not references, so modes or just interaction with the capsule that colors the sound in a bad way. Reflections, that was what I'm looking for. So get rid of all reflections around the capsule, right? And that, we call it open acoustic. That's why all our mics are called OC. That stands for open condenser, or OD, open dynamic. That is one reason for this natural sounding signals that our microphones deliver.
You said colors the sound in a bad way, some microphones. What about coloring the sound in a desirable way? Some microphones actually distort
Yes.
in a desirable way. Your philosophy is not that.
Exactly. We are doing the opposite. It's nice to have a microphone that gives you some distortion, but this is a very specific sound, right? And distortion can be added in many ways these days after the recording, later on. There is so many hardware boxes as well as plugins that allow you to do this in post. We think it's the better way to have a signal that gives you a great starting point for every way that you want to go, right? Because many times, I'm a mixing engineer as well, and sometimes really small steps make a difference. So if you have a too highly distorted signal on the vocals, and you can't get rid of it anymore, at least it's very hard. So, but if you do the distortion in the mix, and you have a very clean starting point, yeah, you just take away a few dBs of the gain stage from the distortion unit, and there you go.
I agree exactly with what you just said. So, and you put it very well. If it's distorted at the beginning, that's it. You can't fix it. So it's best to start with something, a clean, really authentic representative version of what the instrument sounds like, and then go from there with your creative options.
Absolutely. I mean, there is also good musicians. They really take care of their instrument and they try to tune it in the best way. They try to keep it in shape. They are looking after the right skins for the drums and so on. I don't want to destroy all this work that they have done by adding a microphone that adds distortion. No, like you said, I want to capture the instrument as good as possible, and everything else can be done later.
So how do people get more information about Austrian audio?
Well, they can have a look on our website, which is austrian.audio. They can come here, visit us at our booth at NAMM show, grab a folder or even have a chat with me. We are still here tomorrow, so yeah, take the chance.
All right, Kurt Richter of Austrian Audio, thank you for such a great interview.
Thank you so much for having us.
KUCR, University of California, NAMM 2026.